So we've all been there at one point in our stage in our life. Some of us are there probably right now, and I'm glad you clicked on this video because I'm going to help you out. Now, here's the thing: we all worked hard for our money, but yet every month it seems like we're living paycheck to paycheck. We look back and we're wondering, wait, where did all my money go? I had groceries bills, I got rent, subscription, going out to eat, some other random stuff, but you're like, where's my money? And the reality is, it's really frustrating, right? It's like you're living paycheck to paycheck, and there's nothing to show for it. And the thing is, you want to save money, you want to be able to build wealth, you want to invest, and you want to feel in control. You want to feel like you're not stuck month to month, year to year, with nothing to show for it. Well, that's going to change. In this video, I want to walk you through how to change that. My name is Abdul, and I used to work as an investment advisor. And I've worked with individuals from all walks of life, some millionaires, some just average earners. And there's one thing that's consistent between both income levels. And that is, one, people who do well with money just don't earn money, but they also budget well. And that's very key. And a lot of people overlook that last part, not budgeting. And you may think it's a simple task to do, and it's something that should come naturally. And if you have money, okay, I know I'm supposed to save a little bit, I'm supposed to spend a little bit here and there. But the reality is, not a lot of people do it. And that's the truth. Not a lot of people do it. And how do I know? Well, I mean, I'm one of them, right? I don't always stick to a budget. I don't always follow through with my monthly savings goal that I want to do. And I'm probably not the only one that deals with it. So let's go ahead and dive in, because today I want to show you step-by-step ways as to how to budget your salary step by step, and also have a system that you can actually apply today, that you can actually implement today. After watching this video, you say, you know what, my next paycheck, I'm going to do this, because it's going to be that simple. So let's get to it. All right. So first, let's establish something, right? You got to know your real paycheck, not your paycheck that, you sign on a dotted line or wherever to say, hey, this is how much your salary is going to be. No, we want to know the real paycheck. So for example, if you're saying, hey, I'm bringing $4,000 a month, are you really bringing $4,000 a month? You could be, but let's just say, for example, $4,000 a month is your quote unquote salary. But you got to also factor in Uncle Sam, got to take his cut. All right, you can't leave him out, or else you're gonna go in jail. So you got to give him his cut, but you also have your insurance and also benefits like your health insurance and all those other insurance things that you have to pay. But then let's say you deal with all of that, and your real take-home pay, the one we call your net pay, is actually, let's say, $3,200. So we're gonna work with $3,200 that you're getting each paycheck as your take-home pay. In this case, to be able to utilize for your expenses and your bills and your savings. So that's $3,200 a month. Let's say that is what you're bringing home. Now, that's step one, understanding what your actual net pay is. Step two, I like this process. This process I utilize because it keeps things simple. Right? I'm not racking my head on some Excel spreadsheet trying to figure out where my money is going to be going. I keep it simple. So what is that simple structure? The simple structure is the 50-30-20 rule. This rule makes my life so much easier, and that's really what I want to do for you. I want to make your life easier. So let's break down the 50-30-20 rule. Now, let's talk about our needs. That's the 50%, because most of our income, 50%, does go towards our needs. What could that be? Now, a need is not that new luxury bag, that luxury clothes, or that holiday or the travel trip that you want to take. That's not what your need is. Okay, that's more of a want. We'll deal with that later. Now, your need, 50%, that's going to be your rent, your groceries, your utility bills, and your transportation, and other things that you know that, hey, I need to pay for this or else we're going to be in trouble. Okay, Now, once you have that set up, let's move on to the next one, the 30%. Now, the 30% is you're going out to eat, your entertainment, your non-essentials. These are the things that you feel like, okay, I can do without. I want to do this month, and so I budget for it, and that's 30% of your income. Now, savings is 20%. 20% goes into your savings. Now, this can go towards your savings, or if you feel like you have a lot of debt and you want to pay off your debt, you can take 20% of your income and actually start knocking out your debt. Now, the emergency savings fund is part of this 20%. The investment that you're making is part of this 20%, and this is like investing in the stock market. Paying down your credit card debt is also part of this 20%. But now I want to throw this curveball at you. I want to test you here. I want to see if you're willing to do this. If not, that's okay. But I'm just saying it's a possibility you can do this too. You can flip it. What I mean by that, instead of doing 20% towards your savings, you can actually do 30%. You could just flip it and say, you know what, right now, my savings or me getting out of debt is actually more important than these wants that I can do without for a couple months. If you're willing to do that, go for it. Flip it and say, you know what, let me do 30% going towards savings, or 30% going towards paying off my debt, and 20% going towards my need for now. Now, it doesn't have to be like that all the time, but for now, that could be something that you could do. So let's go ahead and move on to the next breakdown, and let's just look at this as a dollar value, right? Remember when we talked about our net pay being $3,200? Okay, so let's break that down. $1,600, that's going towards your needs. $960 is going towards your want, and $640 is going towards your savings or paying off your debt. Just like that. Now, of course, there are other ratios you could play with. Okay, this one is just a simple approach. It's one that some of you guys may have already heard about it or read about it. It's a very popular approach, but there are other ways to break it down. Now, the concept I want you to take away from this part is the fact that you're breaking your income down in ratios. And the reason why this makes it a lot simpler and easier to actually budget and keep track of your expenses is because now you can like mentally categorize, like, oh, okay, 50% is going towards my needs. All right, I'm gonna make sure that if money comes in, I know that 50% is going to be going towards that. And okay, I got 20% going towards my savings. So if I look at my savings account, I should be seeing $640 sitting there. If $640 is not sitting there, I messed up somewhere. So that's the easy approach to take on that. Now, let's move on to step 3. Step 3 is know your fixed versus flexible expenses. Now, this is something where it can get a little messy. And the reason being is because some people may not realize, hey, this is going to be my categorized for my fixed expenses and my categorization for the flexible expenses. Now, what could be a fixed expense? For example, your rent, your mortgage, that's fixed. Your phone, that's fixed. Okay, your car payment, that's fixed. Your groceries, that's variable, right? And what some people get like tripped up on is not realizing that, hey, you know, the budget I'm making, some of the numbers are going to change month to month, and some of them are going to stay consistent. And so don't get frustrated if you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't stick to my budget for my groceries. Now it's, 2 times more than what I spent last month, or it's less. And you might be surprised, like, oh, okay, great, it's less. Looking on the fridge, like, okay, wait, I didn't spend much on groceries. But then you look at your going out, and you're like, oh, wait, that's right, I went out to eat more. That's why I didn't spend money on groceries like that. So it really is variable at this stage, and you can't get frustrated about that. Okay, going out to eat, restaurants, also variable. Shopping, also variable, and also subscriptions as well. That varies. Okay, so that's not your fixed cost, but it's flexible and it changes, and that's okay. Don't get frustrated about that. That's why you keep it simple by easily having a certain dollar amount within that category that you're going to spend, and That makes it a lot easier. So now let's move on to step 4. Okay, setting up your auto pay. And this, oh gosh, you want to know the fastest way to actually start saving money is to do this. Setting up automatic savings. It's a no-brainer. You don't have to think about moving your money from your checking to your savings. As a matter of fact, it's already done for you. Here's an easy hack that you can actually do. One thing you can simply do today, if you wanted to, is if you have the direct deposit, you know you can split up your direct deposits. So instead of you having your direct deposit, all your direct deposits go into one checking account, what you could easily do is say, okay, remember we're saving $640 in this scenario. So I want $640 to automatically go into my investments, my savings, whatever it may be. I want $640 automatically go into there. So before the money even hits your bank account, your checking account, where it could be possibly be spent, you've already saved before your money even hits your bank account. And that makes it really easy for you to save. You will save faster doing that than the money coming into your checking account and then you actually physically going in there, logging into your bank account and moving the $640 into your savings. And the reason why it's going to be a lot easier to do the direct deposit into your savings or investment account is because that mental gymnastics and hurdle that you have to do. Because at that moment when you're looking at your bank account, you're getting ready to make the move, and then you're like, you know what, instead of saving 600, I think I'll just save let me just save 500 instead, because I want to use that other money to be able to buy this random stuff. And next thing you know, you don't actually end up saving. Or sometimes you just leave it there and say, oh, I'll get to it when I get to it. The month move along, and then next thing you know, you look back and you're like, oh snap, yeah, I was supposed to save that $640. I didn't do it. Oops. And then you just repeat yourself over and over again, and then next thing you know, you haven't been saving. So let's avoid that. Set up the automatic saving strategy. Okay, that brings us to review and adjust every month. That is step 5. And the reason why I want to encourage you to review and adjust, because once again, your budget is not supposed to be this fixed thing that you have to follow month to month. And the reason why I say that is because things change. Life changes. I literally just spent a bunch of money on groceries because I like to stock up. I don't like to make multiple grocery trips, right? So I like to stock up on my meats, my juices, my drinks, and not have to worry about going to the grocery store like every other day just to grab something. Okay, and I like to stock up my pantry because I'm just that kind of person. So when I do that, I know 1 month grocery bill is going to be a lot more than another month's grocery bill, because that month, I stocked up for that month. So my next month grocery bill, it's not going to be that much because I'm not going out buying groceries that I don't need to, because I've already stocked up. So you got to review and adjust. You got to do that check-in. And the reason being is because you want to make sure that you're still following the guide. And that's exactly what it is. The approach is a guide. And remember why we're doing this. We're doing this because we no longer want to feel frustrated, right? We don't want to feel like we're not making any progress. Remember, a budget just tells you, hey, this is where your money's supposed to go. Then you check, okay, $640 went into savings. All right, yeah, I spent about that amount. Well, I actually forgot the amount that we were talking about here. I spent, $960 on my wants. Okay, and my needs were covered. That was $1,600. Okay, good. I'm on track. Maybe some months your wants maybe drop where you're like, dude, I really don't feel like spending money right now. I don't feel like going out to eat, any of that. So your wants drop, and guess what? You have free cash flow there. And guess what you do with that? You save it, or you pay down your debt, or you could do the reverse that I shared with you. So you always want to make sure you do a review. Now, The real reason why people get stuck financially is not the fact that they're not making money or they're just flat out broke. The reality is they're just not organized. And a budget helps you stay organized. The 50-30-20 rule is a method to help you stay organized. And when you become more organized, you realize that, hey, the income that I'm making now, I can, it's sustainable. I can live with this income. Or you can realize, you know what? The income that I'm making now, it's not enough. Or you realize, wait a minute, my expenses are way through the roof. I'm making great income, but my expenditures, I'm spending like the government. So then you can like, okay, I need to adjust because I'm realizing I'm spending too much here. And then you realize, okay, once you bring your expenses down, now you can be like, oh, I can breathe now. Oh, okay, great. I got some money in savings. Okay, I got my money, emergency fund built up. Great. Oh, this is gonna work. Instead of, I don't know where all my money went. Ooh, I need to use my credit card because I am short for this month. And trust me, this is something that a lot of people go through. It's reality. And the way to really help yourself avoid all of that is really just start getting organized. So I hope this video helped you. I hope this video gave you that push just to start. Because it's not that hard. We like to complicate things. When somebody shows me their budget and it's on an Excel spreadsheet, I'm just like, all right. I mean, that's just one method to do it. That's great. But it can be even more simpler than that. So I hope this helped you. Even if it gives you some ideas on what you would need to do to get started. You don't have to follow the 50-30-20 rule. You can break up the percentage however much you want, but have a method in place to stay organized so that at the end of the month, you're not looking back saying, where did all my money go? If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe so that you can get more of it and so that you can get that notification when I drop another video. And hopefully the next video helps you progress and make your financial journey much more smoother, and you start apply some of the things that I'm teaching you so that you can be better at your money management. Because like I said in the beginning of the video, you can be a top earner, you could be an average earner. And what differentiates that individual from the other individual is how they manage their money. You could be a top earner and still be broke. I've worked with people that make 6 figures and they were still broke. Now I've worked with people that made average income and they were doing pretty well for themselves and they were able to save. They had a higher savings rate than a person with a higher income. Why? Because they had a method. That's it. Stay tuned for my next video. I'm out.